And all the hipsters, all the, those chubby green-haired tundra Wookiees, they want to have abortions, but no one will sleep with them. You know those? You're doing it because you're a filthy communist, and you're trying to unravel our society. Well, folks, welcome to the Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free. I'm sure
at all costs.
At all costs. I'm sure you know by now that one of our bigwigs was taken from us, Charlie Kirk, assassinated. I say assassinated because he was that big in our movement. He was big in the MAGA movement. And you know what? I mean, of all the people, 31, a father and whatnot, and you know what? He was always very kind to the people who wanted to talk to him. And they'd yell, and he'd go, no, let him speak, let him speak. And that's the guy they decided had to go. I personally don't think it was an accident. I've got T-Mac with me right now. Thank you for joining me. I'll be honest, this is just
Thank you. We need to stick together right now. That's why we need each other for this.
I appreciate you being here because this is a hard one to do alone. So, wow, we're here at the America First Warehouse. No better place to be at a time like this. I can tell you that, folks. Somber here, but
I think about that. I was here the day Trump got shot. I was here on election night. I was here on Inauguration Day. It's like, where were you on 9/11? I'm here the day Charlie Kirk got shot. I'm having trouble still talking about it. I apologize. I've been crying all afternoon. I'm heartbroken, and I'm pissed off.
I'm both. I am both. But you know what, folks? I'm also more resolved than I've ever been.
Yes.
Nothing matters to me now. Let me tell you what. So you remember when Trump got shot?
I do. We were here.
That fight. I said, that's it. I fear nothing now.
Nothing. That was an iconic, legendary moment. And if your leader can get shot, or your potential leader at that point, and can stand up in a moment like that and tell you to fight, I mean, I don't know what else. I got chills just saying it.
Absolutely.
You know, it's...
Absolutely. And
they're going to come after... The enemy's out to attack us. That's really what it comes down to. They want to stop us at all costs.
Yep. Now, folks, if you listen to my radio show, 2 weeks ago, I was saying... Well, here's the thing. Back in January, when Trump won, I said, get ready, it's going to be an ugly summer. And then I just didn't see just how ugly they were going to get. I didn't see some animal in Boulder, Colorado, lighting Jewish people on fire. I didn't see another animal shooting a young Jewish couple in D.C. These are not accidents. This is political violence.
Church, right? Church a couple of weeks ago. Children, babies at church, at school. And
yeah, some filthy transimobob goes and blazes up at church. Church. You know what I heard? You know why he fired through the windows? They locked the door.
Wow.
That's the only reason. Because that little piece of crap said, I can't wait to stand over those helpless kids.
Ew.
Some filthy animal. The left told him, they said, well, you're trans, you're a woman, and that side hates you. You better go do something about it. And they're answering the call. You saw that Irina woman. Wait to see some of the video I have.
Oh,
did nothing. Now, folks, here's what's happening. They're going to say, oh, KDJ's a racist for what he's talking about. I'm not a racist. I grew up in Detroit. I'm not stupid. There's a difference.
That's right.
See, when I was...
And then Manhattan. You've been in those places.
Yeah, and I used to be a big old liberal.
Yep.
And one of the reasons I was a bad liberal is because I'd be walking with my friends and they'd say, let's go down this street. And I'd see 6 black guys. I'd go, no, that's a horrible idea. Oh, someone's a racist. No, someone's had his ass kicked a lot.
That's right.
Outnumbered. They're always, I was a little kid. They were bigger kids. I just know better. Oh, you're a racist. And when they were sitting around going, man, those Christians suck. They won't let gay people get married. I'd say, yeah, I'm against that, but man, look at the Muslims throwing people off the roof. Whoa, Downey, Islamophobic.
Yeah, right.
No, they're murdering people that you pretend to care about on the left. They're murdering people.
You know what? I say this a lot. I just said it to somebody maybe yesterday or 2 days ago. You and I are both Irish, right? I'm more Irish than I am Italian. And I say the same thing about 9/11. If the Irish went and bombed, flew planes into the buildings, and then you see people walking around in their kilts and red beards, I'd be leery. I don't care what color you are, what sexuality you are, what race you are. There's good and bad in everything. There's good and bad priests, there's good and bad black people, there's good and bad white people, there's good and bad every race, nationality, Christian, Jewish, you name it. I'm so sick of the narrative.
And
it's
is
a narrative. It's a propaganda. It's a narrative. It's indoctrination of young minds, and it's so frustrating. And like I said before, I don't want to go ahead of you, but before we went on, I was saying, like, I believe personally, I don't know if you feel this way, I think there's a good versus evil attack.
Yes.
And I believe you're going to go after the purest form, our children. And Charlie Kirk, to me, is an indirect way to come after our children. Of course, you're going to come after the one of the most powerful, famously known men out there trying to encourage young American minds at college campuses and whatnot. And of course, you just took out. It is so infuriating. I'm sick over it. It's hard to talk about. I don't get. I'm not short for words very often, but I don't want to say I'm not surprised. Of course, you're going to come after Donald Trump. These are powerful people trying to, keep law and order and our Constitution going in America great. And this was a hard hit today, man. It's rough.
This is a big one. And you know what? You said something before we came on air about how he was winning over the young people. I've been watching his videos where he debates them. Sometimes it gets a little heated, but that's always fun because he's always way smarter. But I started watching years ago. And if you watch them lately, and they show the person talking, behind him there's a sea of MAGA hats.
I love that.
Me too. He's turned so many.
I love it.
And someone said, we got to take him out. Folks, this is a message too.
It is.
This is a message for you and me to shut up. I'm not going to shut up. Are you going to shut up, T?
Nope. Not until they'd have to kill me first, literally.
People don't. Let me remind you.
And listen,
folks,
they can't kill all of us, Kevin, right?
No.
You could try to go after people, but there's a lot more of us than you think. And I don't want to take away from what you're about to say.
No, bombs
this
away.
It's a call to action now. It's to reawaken our base. People think Donald Trump got into office in January and we're safe and we're good. And you see, just like you said before, you're seeing clearly that we're not okay. And so we can't give up the fight. That, to me, the last 5 years was the boot camp.
Yep.
You got to. We haven't stopped fighting since the beginning. I'm not going to stop fighting. In fact, as upset as I am today, there's another side of me right now that's really pissed off and makes me want to fight hard. We want to fight hard. And we're going to come out and we're going to honor Charlie's legacy by continuing the fight.
And you know what? After the attack on Pearl Harbor, they were talking to one of the Japanese admirals. It might have been Yamamoto. And they were cheering at how well they had done. And they said, why aren't you cheering? And he said, I fear we have awakened a sleeping giant.
Yeah.
And they have. Keep in mind, folks, our side has been nothing but peaceful.
That's right.
I think there's been one cranky old man who drove through some crusty old hippies in front of a Tesla honking at him. There's been no one hurt. There's been no one killed. They got a general today, and I'll tell you this much. Normally, I just don't care what people think. Right now, there are comedians, I'm a comedian, who are on Facebook saying some horrible things. Little do they know, there are clubs that are going to stop booking them,
That's
and
right.
they'll never know why. It's going to be because of me, because I'm taking down their names and screenshotting what they've said, and I'm going to send that around to make sure that they never, ever work again.
And
That's
we have
how
your
crazy
back on
I am.
that, and I will
Thank you.
continue that.
And I've never done that. I've always said, your opinion is sure. I don't want to take food off your table.
You know what, though? Maybe it's time we fight fire with fire. They want to cancel us and bring us down. As long as we're not hurting or killing anybody right now, let's do it.
I have lost a lot of work just by saying, MAGA, go Trump. And now they're killing our people.
Because they couldn't beat us before. They're not beating us. So this is what. But here's the thing. You can't kill all of us.
Yeah.
You can't kill all of us. And there's a message to the American people here. Do not be afraid. And for my Christian friends out there, because I'm one, you cover yourself in the armor of God and you can't pick and choose your faith and you stay faithful. And that's what Charlie would want. I've heard him speak. I met him. God, I was so blessed to meet him last month. He was a faithful man. And sometimes we don't understand God's plan. Maybe he can protect us better from up there. Maybe 1,000 Charlie Kirks will rise and come out of this and people's lines will be drawn in the sand. Because I don't know what it's going to take sometimes for people to rise up.
As sad and as angry as I am, I'm going to tell you, folks, and I'm not just saying this, the KDJ's all pissed off. They made a tactical error today.
They did.
They made it in a couple of ways. Let me ask you this, T. Let's say you're a swing voter. You're not MAGA. You're not anti-MAGA. You just saw them kill one of our guys. How does that?
If that doesn't draw lines in the sand for people, I want to believe there's more yeah, it's very polarizing right now, right? You have the radical left and the right far wing extremists, which I'm probably one of those. I'm proud of that. Most people are common sense. Even if your neighbor voted for Biden, when you break it down and talk to them neighbor to neighbor and you start having a conversation, most people are your average American who work hard. They just want to be left alone, live their life for the 100, maybe short years you're here or less. And that's how the most of America is. I want to believe the common sense Americans, most of America and the hearts of Americans would see that this is an evil thing that was completely uncalled for, completely deranged and evil. And I hope it draws lines in the sand, because I'll tell you this, there are a lot of college students that are becoming conservatives because of Charlie Kirk, even if their parents were Democrats or liberals. And I just think that this could be another, it was a big mistake, like you said. It was a stupid thing to do, because it's another set of people I think you're going to see lines drawn in the sand finally.
Yeah.
To this.
He is now a martyr.
He's a martyr. And they keep doubling down. They keep hurting themselves in this. Yeah, we took a big loss today, but they're losing. That this is what you do when you're losing, right?
Yep. And keep in mind, folks, some trans Bob animal just shot a bunch of kids in Minneapolis, another one in Nashville, and there are a couple more school shootings this year. All right? These kids are being led to do this. Genocide. They want to genocide you trans people. What are you going to do about it? I know. I'm going to kill their kids. This is not an accident. Charlie Kirk and Joe Biden, well, we condemn all violence. No,
yeah, okay.
You did this when you said MAGA is an existential threat. This is on you, Joe. It's on the rest of them. Hold on. We'll be back.
Hey, Rav family and War Room Posse, mark your calendar. September 12th and 13th, the Rebels, Rogues, and Outlaws Tour is coming to the America First Warehouse.
I have never seen anything like this.
2 unforgettable days filled with patriots, barbecue, and live shows straight from the most amazing place, the America First Warehouse. Get ready for a special guest to be announced, plus a 3-hour live episode of Studio 6B.
And we're just going to go do it.
On the 12th, Steve Bannon will host War Room Live at 5 p.m. And Steve will be back again on the 13th. Woo! Followed by 1 hour with Peter Navarro.
I went to prison so you won't have to.
The Rebels, Rogues, and Outlaws Tour, September 12th and 13th at the America First Warehouse. Scan the QR code to see pricing and availability. Don't miss this opportunity. Tickets won't last.
Corporate transfer. Fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
Hey, fellow patriots, it's Cindy Gross here, host of Right for America, from your favorite place, the America First Warehouse. You've seen me show on my show so many products from this country's #1 most patriotic manufacturer with close to 400 products. You need to exchange the products you use in your house to this company and make your dollars count in our country.
Freddie Rubino here at the America First Warehouse. I'm inviting you to the live taping of the Not So Newlywed Show. Just click on the QR code right above my shoulder and you can get tickets. Live taping of the Not So Newlywed Show. Drinks, snacks, it's a great time. We'll see you there October 18th.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for the sea, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Folks, we're back. Big day, bad day. Look, if there's anything if I just said, KDJ, you got one thing to say? Do not lose hope. It's a really bad day, but we're going to win this.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's why they shot him, because we're winning.
That's right.
And they're afraid. Don't take the bait. Remember, in England, they've got asylum seekers raping their way across the country, and then when you talk about it, you go to jail. That's what they want. They want a reason to put you in jail. And then when they catch this guy, and they'll catch him. Oh, and you're going to hear he was crazy, and we got a mental health problem, and easy access to guns. I personally think if you're transgender, I know that is what they call mental illness.
It is.
40 to 42% of
Right.
transgender people will attempt suicide. Don't give them a gun.
No, and all these young kids that are shooting up schools, we think it's all of them in the last 5 years. We're trying to find all the data for my show, but they're all on like antipsychotic medication or some type of medication. So they're all medicated. We can get into that. I think it all starts now with the vaccines at birth that have the other cells in them that don't belong in your body, and then it's just a societal push at that pivotal age when you're 13, and they're pushing it in middle school and pushing it in high school. There's an attack on our children. That's really what this comes down to.
Without a doubt. Hey, I've got an idea. I'm a big leftoid. I'm a globalist. Here's my plan. Let's cut off some kids' nuts and then fill them up full of crazy drugs. Let's see what they do.
Right?
What do you think? Of course.
What did you
they're
think was
shooting
going to
up.
happen?
And then see those people, they want to genocide you.
Right.
What are you going to do about it?
Or we're racist, or yeah, right.
Yeah, racist. How many people on the right said Charlie Kirk is a white supremacist? He's a white supremacist. That's what they do, folks. There's some MK Ultra stuff going on here.
1,000%.
They're getting people angry, knowing full well that someone's going to do something like this. Right now, I say, you know what? Hold on a second. T, are you suicidal?
I'm not suicidal.
I'm not either. I think the CIA's behind this.
Oh, they 100%.
I think the globalists are behind this.
100%.
I can't wait to see what Joe the Box thinks about that.
100%. Everything is intentional. Everything is intentional with what
There
the
are
left
no
does.
mistakes. Look, folks, there are these horrific human beings. Some I'm not friends with them anymore. Anyway, they're taking a little victory laps on Facebook. They're comics
How
you'll
disgusting.
never hear of because they're horrible people and they're horrible comedians. You know what? It's sick. Don't take the bait. Don't go out and do something. They want you to do something. So they go, look, we got one. Got a right-wing radical. Got a right-wing. Now, T. Now, I already kind of know the answer. Folks, if you don't know, I'm a writer at PJ Media. I'm their sort of their mass shooting guy. Do you know how many right-wing mass shooters there have been in the past 5 years who are, and when I say right-wing, and I'm not saying they go to church, I mean someone like, I'm a Christian and I'm going to kill. I can't find any.
I'll just say I think it's 0.
I can't find any. Lots of transmobobs doing it. And even if you take out, so a mass shooting is by and large 4 or more people shot, not counting the shooter. Some people say the people have to die. I say, Gun Violence Archive says they don't have to die if they get shot. You will be hard-pressed to find a conservative doing it. Because if it's not a transmobob shooting up a school, it's a let-out fight at a bar in a not-so-nice neighborhood. That's where all these mass shootings are coming from. And the left takes, look at all these mass shootings. Got to get rid of the guns. It's all about taking away your gun.
Well, there's usually a lot of mass shootings every 4 years or before a big election. This is what they try to push the narrative to take our guns away.
Yep.
I don't know what they're thinking. The MAGA people and the patriot heart of this country, you're not taking our guns. We love our First and Second Amendment the most. You just woke another sleeping giant again. I want to fight. I want to go this way. I want to make our fight, that's what I think the country's going to do now. They're going to get angry. They're going to feel upset that we just lost one of our MAGA heroes.
Yep, and a young one.
And he had a beautiful family, 2 young children, a very faithful man. I know they observed... I believe his wife, they met in Israel. Brilliant mind. I mean, brilliant mind. And I take it as an attack on our children.
Now, here's a question, T. If you had to bet, would you say this was the work of a transmobob?
So it's funny you said that. I don't want to give disinformation, so I'll say this allegedly. We obviously here at the America First Warehouse all day today. We're getting ready for a Real America's Voice event, which is, Charlie is a part of. So It was a very interesting day because a lot of emotions, very somber. The morale went down when this news came in. And at first we heard on the news that it was that older gentleman that you saw first on the
Right.
news. And then one of my coworkers came in and said, no, it wasn't him. They believe it was a team, there's two people, and they believe one of them was transgender. I said, wow, I'm not surprised. That is not factual at this moment. I was told that a couple hours ago. So to your point, it's very possible. I mean, he was the nemesis of someone who is transgender.
Yeah. Well,
So-
nemesis, because he didn't think a crazy man should be in a locker room with a bunch of naked
Right.
women.
And I
So,
don't either. I have a daughter. I don't want males in the locker room or bathroom with her.
Yeah. And let me say, folks, in this room right here from the America First Warehouse, there are people here who have, all right, I work for PJ Media. That gives me inside scoop. There are people here, I work for Real America's Voice.
Yeah.
I had inside scoop. I heard about the shooting, and I was like, that can't be true. Oh, my God, now it's on the news.
That's right.
We get things a little early here sometimes.
Well, people weren't believing me, and I'm like, no, Real America's Voice is here in our building today. We're getting real information right now.
Yeah.
You know.
So, excuse me, I can't say, but one of the earliest things I heard was, it's not the old guy, although the old guy might be involved, is in, hey, look over here while someone else takes off.
Like a
We
patsy.
don't know, and we're just speculating. And like you said, I don't want to give fake news. I don't want to be that person, all right? But I do want to say, as much as today, as painful as today is, we're going to win.
We are going to win.
That's why this happened.
This was a battle loss, but we will ultimately win the war. I do believe that.
Absolutely.
And John Solomon did say earlier on air, on Rev, that this seemed like a I don't know what the word he used, professional, someone who, to me, that was like a sniper shot. I mean, you're
Yeah.
so far away in the crowd, you're up high. To get him where they got him with that kind of precision, I mean, that's not some college kid whipping a gun around. That was very premeditated.
That wasn't a headshot. That was a jugular shot.
They knew what they were trying to do to him.
They knew. Because you know what? They shot at Trump's head, and they missed.
Well, because I think the grace of God,
Yes.
turned his ear at that moment. But precision.
I'll be honest. There have been times that I've been like, I don't know if there is a God. But that day in Butler, I was like, there's a God.
Wow, I just got chills when you said that. You're not the first person who said that to me. That
I
they
was
were a
100%.
non-believer or they wouldn't really believe, and something with that moment.
I was up and down.
And that I'm a firm believer, and that's fair. I mean, I understand that. It's hard to imagine how God could maybe let these things happen. But I think what people need to understand is, from my opinion anyway, biblically speaking, this earth, it belongs to the devil. He's the prince of this world, and our free will is where it gets us, up or down. God is with us always, and you can't pick and choose your faith. You got to remain faithful, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
And the devil will double down, and he's going to come. We're in a spiritual warfare, so we have to be prepared. There's casualties of every war. We're not on a battlefield with muskets like in the olden days when you picture guys on this side and guys on that side in different colors. You're talking 5th generation war, information war, and the attacks are different. It's different than what you're used to in a war. And there's casualties of war, and there's always peace after war. And today was one of the casualties of the war.
But remember, folks, it's an ugly day. I've been crying. I've been angry. I'm going to do this. I'm going to remain peaceful.
We're going to remain peaceful,
There's work
but
to be done. Now, T, let me ask you this. Am I stupid when I say this is not political, this is good versus evil? Because you just touched on...
well, there's different elements, I think. Overall, I believe it's good versus evil.
Yeah, this is not political.
There's a demonic, but then it trickles down to political now
Yeah.
because the role that Charlie was in, I guess. But this is to me biblically evil, is good versus evil. And I mean, you see that in the attacks. A lot of it is biblical, like what's happening. And I think that's what people can't comprehend because it's not tangible. You're not seeing it, like I said, it's spiritual.
Yeah.
And if you think about all the people in your life right now, and I know a lot of people, I'm sure you know a lot of people, there's a heavy feeling. We all want to be joyful right now because we got our commander-in-chief in office and the economy's turning around, the country's turning around. But we're being prevented from enjoying it so much because I think there's a heavy maybe demonic force, evil force that's trying to suppress that.
Yep.
But God always wins in the end. Good always wins. And the hearts of the American patriots, I know for myself, I can speak for Kevin. My best friend Angie just walked in. Joe the Box. We don't stop. No matter what happens here, our hearts are going to hurt for Charlie. We're going to be upset. It's going to make us upset and angry. And we'll fight back the way we've continued to with vigilance and, in the right ways. But I just want the people to know out there, I don't know if our enemies are watching, what you did today again just re-energized our base to want to come back out and fight again. I don't know why you think you're going to win with this kind of behavior.
You know what? Folks, I can't say it enough, be peaceful, but why would they pick a fight with the side that has the guns? That's the dumbest thing.
Because, good question. I think they're taunting us and they're waiting for us to come out with it. But once that day happens, it's game over for them. I'm ready. Like, Kevin, I'm a lover and I'm a fighter, but I'm also a lover. And I want peace and love and, but I will come defending my own, my home, my children, this country. If you want to provoke us to that point, a lot of us are ready. We're ready.
Absolutely. Folks, I should have said this up front, but my head is not where I want it to be. If you have a question or a comment, email us and we'll read it on air. KDJ, my initials, KDJ at KevinDowneyJr.show.com. Sorry I didn't do that earlier. I'm just not with it today. I'm just not with it at all. But remember, it's an ugly day. A very young man, a hero, is gone. He's got kids. These people are animals, folks. They're animals. Remember, this is the party of tolerance. Party of tolerance, killing kids, killing Charlie Kirk. It's out of control. And you know what? The more they do it, the more resolved we get. And I mean that peacefully. We're just going to win. They're ruining their party. This isn't about parties. Remember, I said this before and I meant it. Trump has taken them down, and they're not going down without a fight. And I hate to say it, Charlie's not going to be the last. You know what? We'll get into some more of that later on. Hold on, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here at the America First Warehouse.
Hey, Rav family and War Room Posse, mark your calendar. September 12th and 13th, the Rebels, Rogues, and Outlaws Tour is coming to the America First Warehouse.
I have never seen anything like this. 2 unforgettable days filled with patriots, barbecue, and live shows straight from the most amazing place, the America First Warehouse. Get ready for a special guest to be announced, plus a 3-hour live episode of Studio 6B.
And we're just going to go do it.
On the 12th, Steve Bannon will host War Room Live at 5 p.m. And Steve will be back again on the 13th. Woo! Followed by 1 hour with Peter Navarro.
I went to prison so you won't have to.
The Rebels, Rogues, and Outlaws Tour, September 12th and 13th at the America First Warehouse. Scan the QR code to see pricing and availability. Don't miss this opportunity. Tickets won't last.
Corrupt judges, broken families, families torn apart. This isn't justice. If you've been wronged by the system, join us. Don't stand alone. Hi, I'm Gary Jacobs, president of Americans for Legal Reform. We're the oldest legal reform group in the United States. The justice system in the United States should be transparent, fair, and open to everybody and accessible. Unfortunately, many times that's not the case. At Americans for Legal Reform, we are here to help. Join the movement. Visit AmericansForLegalReform.com and help reform the system before it fails you.
The America First Warehouse Ultra MAGA Store for all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Warehouse Ultra MAGA Store.
It's Tuesday here at the America First Warehouse. I am Joe the Box.
And I'm John the Blanket.
Freddie Rubino here with my podcast. That's what I'm talking about. Coming to you live from the most patriotic venue in the land.
Welcome to Right for America.
I'm James Justice. We got Stephen Ruth over here. What are we doing, Steve?
Fighting!
Welcome to Tune In Tuesday of the Patriots Podcast, live streaming every Tuesday night at 7:30.
Another edition of On the Right Side here, and you can catch us weekly, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
And welcome to Liberty's Cage, where we rip the veil off America's broken justice system, prisons that crush spirits, and a society that shuns people who have paid their price.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Kevin Downey Jr. Podcast. Be free, stay free.
Welcome to Suffocating in Suburbia with me, your host, Stevie GB.
Who made that up? That's great. Welcome back, folks, to the Kevin Downey Jr. Podcast. Be free, stay free. Joe was just saying, liberty, freedom, snark. I'm not feeling the snark today, Joe. I hope you don't mind. There's stuff to talk about. We can make it a little snark if we can make fun of the idiots who caused this. Can I ask you, Joe, am I wrong in thinking that every time Joe Biden says MAGA is the existential threat, or some idiot says Charlie Kirk's a white supremacist, do they have blood on their hands?
They have some serious issues. I can only tell you, Kevin, and I've watched a lot of these crazy people, and I don't understand what makes them tick or what makes them to believe in the ways that they believe, because it's not righteous, it's not moral, it's not loving, it's nowhere near the America First values, the America First lifestyle. And they are trying to take it away, and I have no mercy on them. I mean, I'm not going to go shoot them and kill them, but they're not my friends. They're not welcome in my house.
No.
They're not going to be part of my life. Get out of our way. We, the people, own this country. We, the people, will run this country, and we learned that from Charlie Kirk.
Yep. Absolutely. Folks, I'm telling you, I know you're sad. And he said, KDJ, where's the hope? The hope is that we're going to win. This only makes us stronger. I promise you. This is one of those Obi-Wan Kenobi. How do you say it? Obi-Wan Kenobi?
I said, what'd you say, roll a doobie? What? We got a little snarky after all.
Snark coming. Who knew? Who knew?
Who knew we could find some snark?
Joe?
Yes, Kevin.
Do you think the globalists are involved in this? Is this a message, or is this just a crazy person out to kill that evil Charlie Kirk?
Personally, I'm not really one to be into conspiracies on how I see things, but I do ask God to give me clarity in my visions, in my thoughts, and in my words. And I have come to believe since we lost my brother's son to the fentanyl poisoning of the young children in our country back in 2016. Trump was going to make those changes for us. Trump was going to bring out the truth. And Trump really touched 80% of the American population. 80%. And for some reason, the money that, and I never understood this, Kevin, but I'm going to tell you right now. You know who paid for all of their antics? You know who paid for all of their crime and treason? Do you know who paid for it?
Was it us?
Yes, it was.
Was it through USAID?
More snarky.
Was it through USAID and various NGOs, non-governmental organizations that took tax money and then gave it to their enemies?
Yes.
Or our enemies, I should say.
That was one way, yes. The other way was through, and I'm learning this, and you're going to like this one too, Kevin, is this mortgage fraud.
Yep.
And what's happening is they're buying and selling many homes. They're getting funded and financed by the cartels. So it is a global problem. It's across the board. Every one of them, congressmen or senators that sat there and tore up, whether it was Maha or Pam Bondi or any one of our truth tellers, every one of them are guilty.
Yep.
Every one of them are guilty. Don't tell me that AOC shakes her ass that well that she would be worth $30 million.
Yep.
Please tell me that Ilmar Omar, who married her brother, can go from Congress poor and eating dirt in Somalia to have $30 million here in the United States because she is a congresswoman?
Mm-hmm.
We have some serious issues here, people.
Absolutely. Absolutely we do. Now, I heard a rumor, and I don't know, maybe you heard this, Joe. If you heard it, please tell me. I heard someone say, I was at the Charlie Kirk thing. I was up front. I heard Charlie say, wow, why is there so much media here today? Because he usually doesn't get that much.
Charlie wasn't getting media?
He gets a few people, but not. He said there was tons. And the crowd was massive. Maybe it's just because no one ever goes out to wherever they were, Wyoming.
Well, I'm going to tell you what happened, Kevin. MAGA, America First, opportunity, freedom is taken back. Country's taking it back.
Mm-hmm.
When I said 80%, it really is truly 80%. So they were so smart, like in California. I got a buddy of mine from California. He drives a big mobile MAGA bus. Perhaps you've seen it in the parking lot, Kevin.
I have.
You didn't bump into it. If you didn't see it, you must be blind. But that state alone is like 90% Democrat, when in fact it's 80% Republican. So what they've done is they've gerrymandered them way into these spidery drawings of the map to give them more votes and more power.
Yep.
And what you're supposed to do by the constitutions, each state has its own constitution.
Yeah.
But every 10 years, the census comes out, and the census is supposed to set the pace. And what's happening is the census is growing in these big blue cities because they've introduced 50 million illegal immigrants into the country over the last 10 years.
Yep. Illegal immigrants who don't care for us. They don't care for our Constitution. They're just here because everything's free. Now, Joe, let me ask you this. I saw Tim Walz saying, hey, political violence is bad. Everyone be nice, blah, blah, blah. Well, I've got a cut here. It's the number 3 boys in the booth. Could you please show us cut number 3? That's the Tim Walz one.
Walls with
Tim
no
Walz.
balls. I know.
This
I'm
is
not
him.
gonna say that, and I don't think any of us can. I'm getting called out on this because I called Donald Trump a wannabe dictator. It's because he is. It's because he is. Oh. The governor's being mean, and the governor's speaking out on that. Well, maybe it's time for us to be a little meaner. Maybe it's time for us to be a little more fierce.
Listen to those animals scream, Joe. What does that tell you?
We have to ferociously push back on this. And again, I'll speak to my teacher colleagues in here. The thing that bothers a teacher more than anything is to watch a bully, to watch this bully and to stop it. And when it's a child, you talk to them and you tell them why bullying's wrong.
How much more do I got to take?
That's enough. Enough of that idiot.
Kill that guy. Holy Christmas.
Take him off.
Oh, my goodness. What do you want me to do? Put pins in my eyes? 9 more seconds of that, and I would have ran off the stage.
It was killing me.
I'm going to stick around. Is that all right with you?
Of course.
See you right back.
No, are we done? No, I think.
Hey, somebody show me a clock over here.
Sir. No.
Oh, look at the timing on that.
So-
Boy, do I feel awkward.
Here's what I want to ask you, Joe. Right now, Tim Walz, a few minutes ago, was on Twitter saying, oh, political violence, we have no place for political violence. And then he's saying that. Time to get meaner. Time to get meaner. And look at, who's the lady that looks like a prune? Get in that
Yeah,
face.
the Maxine Waters.
Maxine Waters, yeah. She looks like
She looks like a raisin.
She looks like a homeless person's foot. She's repulsive looking. She's the one getting that face in a gasoline station, blah, blah, blah.
At a restaurant.
Tell me that these animals aren't somewhat responsible for this. Am I wrong?
No, you are not wrong one bit. They're 100% responsible for it. Not only are they responsible for it, but the media and the legacy media is responsible for it. That's why, Kevin, what you're doing here, what you do at PJ Media, what you do at your radio stations, we are fighting our way to get back over these legacy medias that have all of our money. I mean, these people have our money from PBS and all the other fake news that have been funded by who again, Kevin? Who paid for all of that?
Oh, that would be us.
Yes, that would be us again.
That would be us. Took our money, gave it to the, what do they call them?
PBS.
Yeah. Oh, PBS, NPR.
Yeah.
And then those non-governmental organizations, NGOs. Here, spread it out. I love the way they have names like Save the Tree Frog. But what we really do here is we hate Jews. What? Well, why'd you call it Save the Tree Frog? Well, we wanted some sort of climate change sort of name. Hey, look at us. We love the clouds over here, but we really just want to kill Jews and we want to kill a bunch of MAGA types. Folks, it's a bad day. We're going to win, all right? They can't get us all. They'll try. They can't. We're going to win. Joe, you're a man of God like myself. Am I wrong when I say this is not donkey versus elephant, this is good versus evil? What say you?
It is completely good versus evil. And I will tell you this firsthand. Where would our great God who helped us put this country together, one nation under God, I mean, where would he want this crime on the streets? Our founding fathers set the record straight, and they did not want this for the country. The country is out of control. We are going to take it back. America first. We the people, Kevin. Yeah, because it is ugly. I know what's right and what's wrong. How do I know that? Because my mother and father taught me that. I was blessed to have both of them almost my whole life. Mm-hmm. And I love God and I love Jesus, the Old Testament, the New Testament. There's a lot to read. There's a lot to see. We have to be a morally right country. And all of those evil people, Kevin, they got to go.
We got to go.
Every illegal alien has got to go.
Out.
Every person that came over that border that wasn't supposed to come over here has got to go. I have no mercy on them. And I'll clean my own toilet, thank you very much.
You know, Joe, in all the sad news about Charlie Kirk, another school shooting today. Folks, have you seen a conservative shoot up a school? I haven't. I haven't seen one. I've seen crazy people, lone wolves. They're not lone wolves. I talked about this on my radio show. A lot of these kids, they're getting wrapped up, the trans one especially, in these satanic pedophile cults who push them, clip off their genitals, dope them up, and send them out. Let's touch on that a little bit, and then...
touch on what?
Why they're doing that. Hold on, folks. One more.
Hey, Rav family and War Room Posse, mark your calendar. September 12th and 13th, the Rebels, Rogues, and Outlaws Tour is coming to the America First Warehouse.
I have never seen anything like this.
2 unforgettable days filled with patriots, barbecue, and live shows straight from the most amazing place, the America First Warehouse. Get ready for a special guest to be announced, plus a 3-hour live episode of Studio 6B.
And we're just going to go do it.
On the 12th, Steve Bannon will host War Room Live at 5 p.m. And Steve will be back again on the 13th. Woo! Followed by 1 hour with Peter Navarro.
I went to prison so you won't have to.
The Rebels, Rogues, and Outlaws Tour, September 12th and 13th at the America First Warehouse. Scan the QR code to see pricing and availability. Don't miss this opportunity. Tickets won't last.
Are you a musician, comedian, actor, filmmaker, or artist who stands for traditional American values? Do you believe in the preservation of our nation, our culture, and our freedoms? If you share our passion for America and want to use your talents to make a difference, we want to hear from you. Our mission is clear. Through the arts, we uphold the principles of freedom, faith, family, and the American spirit. It's time to step up to the mic and make your voices heard. So contact us at AmericanConservativeArtists.com. The Queens Village Republican Club is America's oldest Republican club, founded in 1875. Situated in President Trump's hometown in Queens, New York, we are America First MAGA Republicans, empowering fellow Republicans to get involved in the game of politics at the grassroots level. We host inspiring monthly club meetings on the first Thursday of each month at 8 p.m. For more information, please go to our website at www.qvgop.org.
Hi, my name is Kenneth Simmons. This is a piece of freedom made from One World Trade Center, New York City, Ground Zero. And to know the true value of this steel and the sacrifice it comes with, it dates back to 9/11, 2001. Made from the most expensive material on earth. A human soul and the life it comes from, an American citizen. And its value is more than gold, more precious than rubies, and it's few, and it's as rare as it gets. And so few will ever hold these sacred medallions. It's a gift like no other. Get a piece of freedom at apieceoffreedom.com for a hero in your life.
Kevin, are you awake?
Yep, I'm awake. We got an email, Joe.
What are you getting? An email? What do you mean an email?
We got an email from Patriot Laura. It says, "Hey, Kev, besides tears and sadness, we're feeling total outrage and anger. It's hard to put into words. Joey said he feels that this was a direct hit on Generation Z, the generation that Charlie was after, to help get through to them how important our future elections will be. He had a huge following. Now they want to promote fear in them. They want to get them to back down with their enthusiasm. How do you feel?" And I'll be honest, Patriot Laura, thank you for the question. I agree 1,000%. They're chasing away an entire generation. Oh, you like that guy? Look, there he is. You want to be like him? But here's the thing. Joe, if I'm wrong, tell me. This is America. We don't back down to these animals. What say you?
I don't think I'm ever going to surrender. I've had a very aggressive. Open that back door, Mikey, please. I had a very aggressive. I love the country. I love America. For a long time, my whole life, and I never understood when I looked at these politicians out there, Kevin. Mm-hmm. When I looked at the politicians who were, outright not really doing anything that they were saying that they were going to do. Mm-hmm. Hey, Harry, how you doing? He looks great. What do you think he's snapping fingers at him? Mobile home Mike. What's up, Parker? I'm so sorry, brother. We are the saddest day in our life over here. We are so sad in America, losing a patriot like Charlie Kirk. It's hard, right, Kevin?
It's
hard
brutal.
to be snarky and obnoxious because I'm so angry.
We got another email from, I'll just say Patriot Gary. Says, "Unfortunately, you've been right so far about the communists escalating their violence. Whoever that person is who killed Charlie Kirk," they didn't say that, but I can't curse. I hope they let him go as long as they tell us exactly when and where. These commies want war. They're damn close to getting it. It's about time we start fighting back." Joe, people are angry. This might be this... And I want people to remain peaceful, but I understand the sentiment. A young man, I can see going after, no one knows who I am, but, take me out. He's a general. I'm a private. They knew what they were doing, didn't they?
They would rather take out little girls on the subways, which was really just a sicko crime, but... this guy was out of his mind, murdering and killing everybody. The school shootings, the whole way that the Democrats had put this country together, I'm telling you, they're done. They are finished. There's no way that the American people are going to put up with this. Charlie Kirk is a martyr.
Yes.
And I didn't want him to be. I don't want him to be a Martin Luther King. I don't want that guy to be, a John F. Kennedy. I wanted him to continue his work. I was so excited to meet him. Only a few weeks ago, behind me is a signed autograph Charlie Kirk painting from Lena Rusiev. He was supposed to come to the warehouse. What's going on, Lord? Yeah, you better believe it. I'll bet you everybody's angry, and they should be. Have every right.
Absolutely. Now, let's lighten it up a bit. There's a lot going on here at the America First Warehouse, the most patriotic venue. Folks, when the FBI were up my ass, we I
hope you took care of that problem.
Yeah, Donald Trump did.
Thank you.
Jessica and I would just be in the gutter. We'd come here and we'd leave feeling like $1 million. We got a lot going on. I'm telling you, folks, there's no safer place for a MAGA this weekend than the America First Warehouse. Joe, you want to tell them what's going on and why they're safe?
Absolutely. The America First Warehouse has been looking forward to this day for a long, long time, and we are very sad the circumstances that are happening. But this is a fortress. This place is surrounded by the Popo. We have the iron sights around. We have... an open carry policy. The police are welcome here. Former Marines walking around here that love to crackhead. There's no way that the America First can be penetrated. Every person has been vetted coming in. We know who they are. Most of them we've seen. They come around a lot, Kev. They love us. But you're right. It's always that one deranged person. But that's not going to happen. This place is a fortress. This place, before you come in, you'll be checked and tested by the best policemen, the best sheriffs, the best law enforcement in the country, right here at the America First Warehouse. And I didn't have to ask them for money or for anything. They wanted to do it. They volunteered. But we do have professional service on top of that because we have some great Patriots here this weekend. Steve Bannon is heading it up, and very excited about seeing him. Peter Navarro has been here before. Did you know that, Kevin?
No.
Yeah. Peter Navarro was fresh out of jail. Well, fresh out of jail, he ran to the Republican convention. And he rocked it over there. But he came here during an AMAC event and a Real America Voice event. It was very exciting. And I got a great shot. I used it on my truth. He slapping me 5 as he was coming off the stage, and I was holding the flag. But another patriot that went to jail for us.
Yep.
Charlie gave his life.
Charlie gave his life.
Bannon went to jail for us, too.
Yep.
And Trump took a bullet. And Trump went to court. The American people are so strong. This is going to unite us in a way that they will not be able to control it.
And you know what, Joe? I got to say, you're right. If I were some blue-haired freak show looking to blow, you said this is not the place to do that. This is not the time to do that. There are people here that will be more than happy to enlighten you as to the the error of your ways, if I dare say, right? What a horror! Like, if I were one of those blue-haired libs, I would be afraid to come here.
I'm seeing more and more of a very favorable America First. When I drive my van, whether it's my van, my bike, or the big truck that we drove back and forth to D.C. many, many times, people are much more positive.
Yes.
In the blue cities, you got the blue city issues, and I think they must be. Do you think they're brain? I mean, how could they be? They're psychotic.
You know what I think they are? I think they're low IQ people with nothing to do.
What happens when Kami Madani takes over New York City, Kevin?
You know what? I hope it doesn't happen. I fear it could. But you know what's going to happen is people in the middle, not the wealthy, the people in the middle who are going to say, you know what, I can't afford to live here anymore. This is not safe for my kids. They're all going to come out to Long Island. You know what? I should buy a house right now that I can resell in 4 months and triple my money. Because no one with a brain is going to stick around for Kami Mamdani.
Yeah, no, I believe that the city will empty. I believe that they'll pay the price with federal funding. They're not going to see any of that. Anybody that goes for this socialist idea and the way, and here's the crazy thing about it. You got Como, who put, it was an absolute disaster when it came to the, to the state and the COVID, how he handled it and how he runs it. And he's the competition. There's only one guy that should be the mayor of New York City, and that's Curtis Sliwa. Absolutely. He's been saving the city for as long as I can remember as a young man. He's been on the front lines, in the subways, sacrificing. I think he was shot a few times over there too, right?
Yes. He was shot by some mobsters.
Yeah, the mobsters. That's right. Now, I do know that he might not be, Trump like we are.
Right.
But he is America first. He is New York City first. He is safe cities. He is affordable housing, affordable lifestyles. He is. He'll bring security and safety. When's the last time, Kevin, you went into the city and you took your girl for a nice dinner and maybe a theater? When's the last time you did that? And would you do it?
I haven't done it since before COVID. I wouldn't do it now because if some animal were to grab my girl's bahookie and I were to punch him and he falls and he hits his head, I'm going to Rikers Island because I took on one of their thugs. They don't want you to do it. Look at Daniel Penny.
Yes.
Daniel Penny's exactly. A hero. He saved everyone on that train from who knows what that guy was going to do. You know what? Let's do this. Speaking of that, in the booth, if you would please, let's do cut number 1, a right to violence. This is BLM. Watch this about the woman in Charlotte.
Wow. Right to violence. And I'm going to tell you something. It's like the right to pee.
We have a right to violence.
The right place. You got to have the right time. You got to have the appropriate situation. And I'm absolutely convinced that this is it.
That was the right time for violence. Now let's show the last one, boys. You're losing blood, bro. This is the animal who just killed that beautiful Ukrainian chick. You're losing blood bad, bro.
Then,
He's telling the
while
killer
standing
he's
alone,
losing
he seems
blood.
to utter his reason for this whole thing.
Never mind. Never mind the girl's dying. Never mind. All right, that's good. Thank you. Oh, look, she called me a...
I don't think so.
She never said a word to him.
I don't think so. I
write about race crimes all the time, folks. He never said anything. That's their go-to. She dropped an N-bomb on me. She didn't say a word to him. He just wanted to kill her. And that other woman's saying, well, we have a right to violence. You don't have a right to violence. You don't. But someone told them they do. And folks, this is the big awakening right now. We're seeing all of the insane left-wing violence, whether it's racial or political. It's always one side. Show me a mass shooting where they find a MAGA hat. They don't find them. They don't find them at all. Joe, we got a minute 22 left. We've got so much coming up here at the America First Warehouse. There's never been a better time to get involved, folks. Get involved now. Joe, we got a big weekend coming up. What else? Is that, do we got some bands coming? We had a U2 tribute band on the way.
Dude, we are rocking it here at the house. We had that Journey band that just blew my mind. We got the U2 band coming up. I'm not too crazy about Bono's political views, but I was assured that this guy that does the U2 over there, he's not going to say anything. But, Kev, we got some great comedy. We got your buddy Fred Rubino, my buddy. He's going to be doing the Not So Newlywed Game. That stuff coming out of here. We're producing podcasts. We're producing comedy. We're producing America First Media and Television here at the Warehouse. And we are blessed to have KDJ, Kevin Downey Jr.
Joe, I can say this for Jessica and I. You gave us hope when we had no hope. And I'm here to hopefully give you folks hope. I know it's a bad day. We're going to win. Stick together. Stay tough. Cry. Be mad. Be angry. It's okay. We're going to win this. Remember, more than anything, be free. Stay free. Joe, thank you for everything you do for this movement.
God bless America. And Charlie Kirk.
And Charlie Kirk.